Hello everybody and welcome to an episode of Aurogiri, a new update in fact, and if I look at my watch, which doesn't exist, it's only been 2 weeks since the last update. And I remember I was talking to Eva last night and I'm like, oh, we're getting an update. She's like, what? She's like, this month flew right by. It doesn't even feel like a month. I'm like, I know, it doesn't. And then we looked and it was like, it's been 2 weeks since I uploaded the update stream. Like that's what I do. Like every time there's an update, I go back and I stream. And I went back and looked at when it was, and it was 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, 2 weeks ago. And this update, in its content notes, in its update notes, like what Cyberset puts out, it said that this update lasts from the 7th to the 21st, which is a 2-week time frame. So that's a phone, which annoys me. But this might indicate going forward that updates are only 2 weeks at a time. This will have to wait and see, but all of our internal calendars and clocks, like where we know when updates are happening, it's always the Tuesday after 4 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever it is. Usually 28 days or 20, yeah, usually about 28 days. Now it's about 14. So I don't know what that means. I do know that they've taken away Purgatory Abyss. So a 2-week time frame for Purgatories is very daunting, very intimidating, and not very enticing. I completely understand that. So for people that we're doing Abyss or whatever, getting that 2-week cutoff, if someone was pacing themselves, like let's say for example you said, oh, I'm gonna do 100 hards, and you did like 50 in 2 weeks, you'd be very angry right now. Because you're like, well, what the fuck? I thought I had more time. So now time is even more of the essence. This was basically how PC was. Every 2 weeks there was an update. Very rarely did they have a longer update unless there was just nothing happening or what have you. But ever since we've had Onigiri on console, we have had updates that will last a month or longer. But I don't know what the circumstances are. Maybe now that they're not doing PC and they're doing Steam and Switch. I don't know how long updates last on Steam and Switch. I'm not fluent on that. If someone does know, please let me know. But it would seem that we are in the realm of 2-week updates. And if you remember, Nintendo Switch has no update. That's a good answer. They might not have an update right now. This video is made in the realm of, PS4, PS5. Oni. But you might remember, if you were a previous frequent viewer of mine, where I'd always say that events are usually really good for 2 weeks, and then after 2 weeks we drop off and you have a lull period. It's usually like, that's just usually how things go in Oni. Like, we'll play an event for 2 weeks and then we'll get bored of it, we'll take a week off, and then we'll finish it the last week. That's usually how things trend on PS4. And like month by month, let's say. And now you have 2 weeks, 2 weeks. If that's what it is going forward, then energy is twice as important as it used to be. Energy management, time management, and so on and so forth. And in terms of that, in terms of energy restoratives or energy restores, we usually get 10 energy every day from login, or if there's a bonus calendar, we'll get we'll get extra energy. Like we have different incomes of energy management or energy restoratives. So with this in mind, like if there's an update that you don't like, or you don't like the content of, and we know these are coming 2 weeks at a time, so you have more chances for them to shuffle the deck and put out a better update that might interest you, it might be better just to play the event, use your energy, but save your restores for something that really matters. Before, we'd get 28 days of restores. That's not a lot of restores, but in the grand scheme of things, you could build up resources at a longer period of time. I know I've had at one point 500 energy restore 10s because I didn't use them for whatever reason, and then when there was something I used them on, I used them. So that's something to keep in mind, is that now we have half the time and half the resources per event, especially energy wise, that is. Like, as you guys know from my previous streams, I've just been farming islands, which is a non-energy thing. It's just something you do with, like, I got my Purga Ogi, And then I'm like, oh, I gotta farm my Shadow Stabber. So I was just farming that every other day. I couldn't farm it last night because I worked overtime. And I got home. So that's a really good question, Cosmo. Really good question. So is Purga weapons in 2 weeks impossible? So straight up, if you're free to play, yes. Yes. If you do not restore, now I don't know if any true F2P people go after purgatories. I don't know if that's something they do. I don't know if they have the energy income to do that with restoratives and what have you, unless they saved beforehand. But if you had a fresh account, let's just say, like, obviously you wouldn't have a fresh account, but if you just logged in today, you had no restores, you had like 10 restores, like 10 energy 10s or whatever. In 2 weeks, let's just say you ran Purgatory Hell. Let's say you're not even doing Oni mode. Let's say you're not at Oni mode. You're just doing Hell as a metric statement. Let's say you did 4 runs a day. You come in, you log in, you have 132. You build up more energy twice over. So you do 2 in the morning, 2 at night. You're getting 120 medals a day, right? So 120, I'll bring up my calculator here just for simplicity. 120 times 14, that's only, it's not 120, sorry, it's 140. 160. 160 times 4, it doesn't really fucking matter though. 160 times 4, shit. Is that it? 160 times 14. You're looking at 2,240 medals. So, in the realm of, do you want a Dragon Arc Ogi? Do you want an Abyss Ogi? Do you want an Ogi? If you play, you know, even if you just did it twice a day for 14 days on Hell, yes, you could afford it. The value of running the dungeon 4 times a day for 14 days is 2,240 medals. So in terms of getting the Ogi, yes, it is doable. In terms of getting the weapon, at least the recipe, in terms of getting the recipe minimum, no, it's not possible in 2 weeks on free-to-play energy, on just energy restoring itself. But if you wanted to restore, anything's possible because you have, you know, 2 weeks worth of time and as much OC as you want to dispense. Basically, you run the choice of, do you roll the Nian or do you run the Purgatory? So, you know, you gotta do your research. Because a recipe costs you about 9,000 medals. So we already know the metric. If you just had free-to-play energy, it would take, it is very rough. But in terms of this metric, this is 2 weeks. So if we multiply this by 2, Purgatory was never possible on free-to-play energy, period. It was never possible. Because the most you could gain... Why do I have a phone call from home? Give me a fucking minute. Okay, the stream's gonna be a lot shorter than I thought because there's other things I have to do that I thought I had time to do, but I guess I don't have as much time as people thought I did. So yeah, in terms of Purgatory, it was never possible in free-to-play energy at all, ever. So then it just comes down to a person's time. Because if you, like I said, if we follow the math we just did, in a course of 28 days, you could only accrue 4,480 medals, assuming you didn't touch Oni mode and you only did Hell. Now, if you did Oni mode instead, you still wouldn't have enough, because Oni mode's like 80 and you get 3 of those a day. So like if you did that, I don't know, 80 times 3, 240, you only get 3 runs of that a day. 240 times 28, 6,720. Now the energy value is different. So if you did that plus a hell every day, which would be 40 times 14, I don't know. 40 times 560. No, it was never possible. It was never possible in free-to-play only energy without restoring. Purgatory, it's not part of the question. It's still doable, it's just you have to spend twice the OC in half the amount of time. Or the same amount of OC in half the amount of time is what I want to say. So, yes, it is more of a crunch on Purgatorium, but if you just ran Purgatory Hell and you just wanted an Ogi, it's still doable. But if you wanted the actual weapon, you have to spend. You have to, like, it's like I've called it before in the past. It's an energy Nyan Koropon. Speaking of the Nyan Koropon, what happened? What's going on in here? The Valentine's packs are still here. As far as I could tell, there's reclining things for the house that I don't know if it works or not. You can still buy the Mighty Burn, New Fantasia, Boost. Can you still buy those little hammers? Hound Dog outfit changes in here. The hammers are still here. Okay. What's the Nyan actually look like? So this has to be a speed run of an update. Oof. Okay, so Oda, Tritail, Gargoyle, Rumi. This looks exactly the same. Not that I know it very much. I remember seeing Satan, KG, yeah. Sublime Nyan still takes SPs. Funerary Feathers are still here. It's all the same stuff. Is the KG outfit pack paid OC? I believe so. I'm like 90% sure it is, because I probably can't afford it. Maida KG. Maida. I can't read. KG. Put in cart. That didn't work. Well, does it like tell me before? Huh. I don't want to buy it, so I don't want to confirm like 100%. That's weird. I want to say it is because it comes with these limited tickets, and usually these are paid OC. I can't confirm it because I don't want to buy it, but I'm pretty sure it's paid OC. If someone doesn't, I don't want to buy OC. I want to go to the Nyan Koropon. Jeez. But sadly, I can't answer. So what happens here? Valentine's limited unit, Sublime unit. These are, they didn't touch the units at all, as far as I can tell, because there's no discount, and I rolled this unit to hell and back. So the Nyan Koropon did not change, because these limited rolls are still there. Have I ever made a male avatar? Yes, I have. I have a male character. Yeah, we got an update. It's not a big update, but it's just they took away Purgatorium, and they replaced it with another Purgatorium. As far as, and they changed the dungeon updates. They took away just Purgatorium, I think, because Valentine's is still here, to my knowledge. Legendary, they're both, nothing's changed in the Nyan Koropon. There's no point in being here. Yes, Funerary Feathers is dark. What about the normal? The normal's the same. It's the exact same as it was this past month. It's still the June. Funerary Feathers is probably the best Sublime for Sword anyway. It is dark and slice, I want to believe. Yeah, slice and dark. It's really awesome. Is it possible to finish the story? No, because the finished story is not published. As far as we go, is we got to go up the mountain to fight Lucifer 2. Alright, so my foot's falling asleep. That's not good. So very quickly, since I don't have time, because I have to go cook stuff. I didn't realize I had to. I thought I could do it at 4. Guess I can't. Gotta do it at 3:30. I'm gonna head over to what has changed, and we'll examine that, and that will be what we'll have to do until another time. Really quick, I'll go talk to the Black Cat. We'll go look what's in there. Summoner Scrolls. I don't think they touch this. Can I buy Riku? No. It's reduced energy dungeons, and we get updates every 2 weeks now. The Sublimes, I believe they're the same. Rock Shattering. If I could see Spear, I'd know if they changed anything. Tidal Wave, that's Spear. Ozyr's Thunder, that's totally Spear. I don't think they changed anything. Articles of Awakening, it's all the same. Yeah. Okay. So, in essence, from what I know, this update is going to be a big power jump for people that want to farm experience. Thanks, Fortnite. We'll see you later. Because there's energy reduction and energy dungeon boost up for the Chifuri over here. So right now we have Tensho Purgatorium instead of whatchamahoosit Abyss. So Tensho's here. Assume you have 14 days to do so if you want to. I will be trying to get a party together and run Hell sometime this week, next week. I do want to get the Ogi. I missed out on it. So you can get a second Ogi if someone wanted to. Very powerful skills. So it's Tenryu. All the Tenryu stuff is in this exchange shop. What's that? Rank skill. Okay, Fire Element 180 or more. Fire Element 200 or more. You have to have 200 Fire Element? What level is this? 128. Yeah. Decreased durability reduction. Negative rain, negative dark. Durability 50%. Jesus Christ. Thanks, Dave. So yeah, it is. How much is that? I can't see. Dave, move. 8,000. That's it? It is 8,000. But you need the others. Holy fuck, those mags are expensive. Jesus. I thought there was another mag recipe. Oh, it's all the different weapon types. Evolutions. Horyu Win, Tenryu Flame 7. Super awesome Ogi. Costs 1,000. They should make these cost half the treasures. Like, everything should just cost half if they give us half the time. That's my personal opinion. Oh, there it is. Heaven Dragon Magatama. 9,000 for this fucking thing. You know how long it would take to get one of these mags? Holy shit. I want the mags, but holy fuck, they're gated. You'd have to get the recipe. Okay. So, to conclude this little update information thing, we have special dungeons. They're all limited time. So this, if you go in here, you're going to have a 100% drop boost, basically, as soon as you walk into it. Glacius Typhoon, Blitz Tiamat Easy and Hard, which includes Oni mode, I believe. Experience Dungeon can be done on all difficulties, all for the next 2 weeks. And they are reduced energy, so it's 50 energy for Experience Dungeon. You can do it every single day, and it's 50 instead of 65, which actually helps a lot. Not as much. I wish it would be 40, but it is what it is. I'll probably be doing some EXP this week. Eldritch Beast is reward up and there's drop boost. Like, if it says reward up in the tag, then it is reward up and dungeon boost. So if you're after Tiamats, there is a dungeon boost for drops. If you're after Glacier stuff, there is a dungeon boost. And Hades is there as well, who should have a dungeon boost. So if you wanted to get your Grace weapon, your Hades Elios weapon, he is around every single day. What are the rankings on that? Hey, I'm still number 1 on normal. I used to have the time. I haven't looked at this in years. 30 seconds for hard. Yes. Do I think you should spend OC? You should only spend OC if you're restoring for anything energy-wise. If you didn't already get anything before, nothing has changed, so you should probably not spend. Unless you wanted Sublime Ogis, then spend for those. Cool. But in general, yeah, like you should only spend energy to restore. Like that's about it. This update, it's all about restores. Use your energy, use your time, do whatever you want. I definitely recommend every day this month. Yeah, you can spend $30, get yourself 127. Absolutely. You know, time is money. You can either spend, you know, a year in Dew Creek, or you could spend $50 in an afternoon. It's up to you. Time is money. Valentine's is still around too. So if you didn't finish your Valentine's exchange, I believe we can still do it. They didn't take it away. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. Yeah, it's still here. I don't think the exchange shop would have been restocked, but it would be awesome if it did. You did? Right on. I wish it was lower. Why is that? Fuck. I just went in there a blast. I made like 2 videos for Hades. It was fun. Yeah, they didn't restock it. So you still have time to, if you haven't got all the stuff in here, you still have lots of time. This event definitely puts my Kota Noah grind on hold. The other day I farmed about a whole boost in Sleet reward up on Sunday, and I got 10 marrows and 53 hearts, and I wanted to like throw my controller. I was getting so mad. Oh my god. I was hoping we would have got a marrow exchange, but that's kind of fine. Yeah, no new Nian. We'll probably see a new Nian every month. So probably at the end of this event we'll get a new Nian. Ah, I see. Give me the egg. Ah, well, couldn't you just be higher? Anyway. So Valentine's is still here if you want to do that. Basically, just use your energy. Go after Purga if you want it. Go after leveling if you want it. This update is basically, I'm just going to call it the Freedom Reduction update. I call it Freedom Reduction because you have the freedom to do whatever you want. There's no must-get thing unless you want the Dragon Arc Ogi. I really recommend that if that's in your ability to obtain it. Apart from that, go after experience. Go after Elios. Go after whatever you want, whatever you need. Use your energy however you desire. If you don't want to use energy, go do chocolate. Go do frozen fortune stabber. I'll still be going after that, but it does halt my Kota Noah grind. That said, I have to go cook supper. I have to go be a family man and get ready for work later. So, you know, guys, comment later what you think about this event. What are you going to do with all the free time? What are you going to do? What do you think of 2 weeks at a time? It is nice to know, like 2 weeks per update, but it is still nice to know that if there's something you want in the Nian, you don't have to, you know, you're not confined to 1 bi-weekly paycheck. You can get 2 of those, hopefully, because that is a big concern. Yeah, there are new achievements, so let's quickly glance at that. Thanks for reminding me. That is part of it. Limited time achievement, durability ticket, clear some dungeons, do 10 dungeons. There's a full energy restore. That's worth, do 30 dungeons, do 50 dungeons, 100 dungeons, 150 dungeons, 200 dungeons. Yeah, the title screens are a bit different. I'm not too fluent on it, but they are. So there's 11 of them, 11 achievements. Just appraise 50 weapons. It's not actually that worth it. The most important thing in here is soul eggs. A button B. Oh, that's 200 dungeons. Jesus. What else is in there? SP gacha ticket? Gacha ticket. Thanks, we can't use those. Fuck. Oh, 2 band-aids. There's 2 buttons just for playing the game. So if you play the game this month, you'll get like 2 buttons. You'll get some boosts. Lots of gacha tickets you can save for whenever we can use them. Lots of boosts. I like that flow restore. I wish this was every day. Yeah, JP gets the good stuff. That said, as I said, I gotta go. Good luck to everybody. Comment how you feel about this 2-week thing. Is it just 2 weeks purga? Not really. They kind of... I think they did it to take away the little cat event or whatever. Like we had that little Tenko event, that limited time anniversary for the crane machine or whatever. They took that away, and I think that was a major part of it. And then they threw this in the interim, but at the same time, they shouldn't have taken Purga away. I feel like a Purgatory and a Nian should be in the same lifespan. Scroll to the bottom. Yes, thank you, Bushi. I will be safe. I actually hurt my shoulder this one. There's more. But wait, there's more. 2 godlies. What? Okay, clear Glacie's reward up. So basically, there's achievements for the dungeons as well. You can get godlies durability tickets for doing 10 Glacies. Is that hard? Why would I run normal? What the fuck's wrong with you? Glacies has a hell? Okay. For 3 powder? Fuck it, I'm running hard. No. Blitz. So there's basically other achievements if you want to do any of the event reward up stuff. They're all just extras. Really? High potion, mega potion, soul egg. What's soul egg for? EXP tickets. We're all getting soul eggs. I'm not running hard. Fuck you. Oh, there's 6 energy restores for doing 1 Eldritch Beast normal. Do this. No, you have to do 10 of them. Don't do this. No. Don't do that. I thought it was 1. No. No. Hades. No. This don't worry don't worry about that. That's just gravy. You don't want the gravy. You need mashed potatoes and KFC to go with gravy. You don't just drink gravy. But I mean you could, but fuck it. What are we fighting for? Anyway, I gotta go. Thanks for stopping by. Leave comments how you feel about things. And I'll see you guys definitely this weekend. My vacation is coming up.